Hey there! If you're running an apparel store, there's one question that's probably always top of mind. Are you actually profitable enough?
Well, today we're going to get you some answers. We're diving into the key profit benchmarks for the apparel industry for 2026. We'll break it all down so you can see exactly where you stand and figure out what moves to make next.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the core benchmarks, then we'll dig into what influences them. After that, we'll look at how to improve your numbers, and finally, we'll go beyond just margins to get the complete picture of your store's financial health.
All right, let's get right into it. Part 1. The apparel profit margin benchmarks you need to know.
First up is gross profit margin. Think of this as your product level profitability. It's how much money you make from selling the product itself, before you factor in any other business expenses like marketing or rent.
Next, we've got operating profit margin, which gives you a much clearer view of how your core business is doing. This one includes the cost of your products, plus all those daily running costs. We're talking salaries, software, marketing, the whole shebang.
And finally, the big one, net profit margin. This is your true bottom line. It's the number that shows what percentage of revenue is actual take-home profit after every single expense, including stuff like taxes and interest, has been paid.
So, here are the numbers you've been waiting for.
This table lays out the healthy benchmarks for 2026. For a healthy gross margin, you're looking at that 60 to 70% range. And for a solid, sustainable net profit, you want to be somewhere between 10 and 20%. So the real question is, how does your store compare?
Now, it's super important to remember this. Use these numbers as a guide, not a strict rule you have to follow. I mean, a print-on-demand shop is going to have a totally different cost structure than a luxury fashion brand, right? What really matters is using these benchmarks to spot any red flags and find opportunities to improve your business.
Okay, let's move on. Now that we know the benchmarks, let's look at what actually affects these margins, because understanding these key drivers is really the first step to improving your numbers.
And here they are, the 7 key factors that drive your profitability. Everything from your choice of supplier to your ad campaigns directly hits your bottom line. So let's zoom in on a couple of the most critical ones.
Your cost of goods sold, or COGS, is a huge lever you can pull. As you can see, if that number gets too high, if it creeps beyond 35%, it becomes incredibly difficult to turn a profit. You have to keep it under control, because if your products cost too much to make, it doesn't matter how many you sell.
And then we have returns. Oh man, returns can be an absolute profit killer, especially in clothing. It's not just a logistical hassle, it's a direct drain on your net profit. Think about it, a single return can completely erase the profit you made from several other successful orders. It's a really big deal.
Okay, so we get the what and the why. Now for the good part, the how. Let's dive into 5 real, concrete strategies you can use to actively boost your store's profitability.
So by following these 5 steps, you can start to systematically increase your profit margins. It's really a holistic approach, right? It covers everything from how you source your products all the way to building a strong brand so you don't have to compete on price alone.
Let's talk about that average order value, or AOV. A really key benchmark to aim for is somewhere in this $60 to $70 range. Why? Because a higher AOV helps you spread out your fixed costs, like shipping and advertising, across more revenue from each customer. And that directly boosts your margin on every single order.
Look, profit margin is crucial, but it really doesn't tell the whole story. To truly understand your store's health and its potential for growth, let's look at a few other key metrics you should absolutely be tracking.
So, most brands track return on ad spend, or ROAS, but net profit on ad spend, NPOAS, is way more powerful. It tells you if your ads are truly profitable after all your other costs are accounted for. It's the real measure of your advertising efficiency.
Your customer acquisition cost is simple, but it is so important. It's just asking, how much does it cost you, on average, to get one new person to buy from you? Knowing your CAC is the absolute first step to understanding if you're paying a sustainable price for growth.
And that leads us perfectly to lifetime value, or LTV. This is all about shifting your focus from a single purchase to the long-term relationship. How much revenue does a customer bring in over their entire time with your brand? A high LTV is a fantastic sign of strong loyalty and profitable repeat business. And this is where it all comes together, the LTV to CAC ratio. You can think of this as the ultimate health check for your business. It simply compares what a customer is worth to you against what it costs to get them. If your ratio is greater than 1, you have a healthy, scalable model. But if it's less than 1, well, that means you're losing money on every new customer you bring in, and that's just not sustainable. So after seeing all of these metrics, from the basic margins all the way to that LTV to CAC ratio, take a look at your business. Which one of these numbers will you track first? Decide which metric is going to give you the most clarity right now and use it to drive your next big decision.